2 registered bidders that were actually actively bidding, and the reserve price was 1.2 million, and the bidding stopped at 1.1. And at that point, the colleague of mine almost gave up. She went and spoke to the highest bidder, and she said, there's no chance, and she thought that gap was too big to even get a deal done. And to some people, they think, $100,000, you're miles away. But I can tell you, in real estate, I've seen people move $300,000 just click of a finger. So I actually approached the highest bidder, and I went to them and I said to them, look, how much do you really love the house? How much do you want to own the house? How much can you actually see yourself living in the home with your kids? And when you start to get people emotionally invested by asking questions like that, the value of the home goes up, and it's not so much about the dollar value, and there's more about emotional appeal. And after a couple of minutes of conversation, they said to me, look, we really, really love the house, really want the house. And I said to them quite frankly that, well, at some point there's a deal to be done or there's no deal to be done, and the price will either purchase the home or it won't. So I asked them very frankly, very abruptly, to the point, how close can you get to 1.2 million? Because if you want to own the home, that's what it's going to cost you. Within not even 30 seconds, we're at 1.18 million. $80,000 in increased offer just by asking a couple of simple questions. Now, 1.18 million, I took that back to the owner. It was still turned down. After another 5-minute conversation with the buyers, I told them 1.2, that's what it's going to take to do a deal. Within a heartbeat, they were paying 1.2, signing checks, signing contracts, and there was a deal done. And I guess moral of the story is you really need to work with an agent that's willing to ask hard questions. A lot of agents are very scared that if they ask a question hard like that, they're going to lose the buyer. And the fact is that you haven't lost something you don't have. So if you're going to lose the 1.1, well, then you never really had a deal because it wasn't going to be sold at 1.1. So you're actually fearful of losing something you don't actually have. So work with an agent that's not scared to ask hard questions. It's going to mean a lot more money in your back pocket.